Hello friends, welcome back to Let's Code channel. So as I promised, we'll proceed to lecture number 2 and we will understand what is LLM. So in this Gen AI series, if you remember my lecture 1, I told you that generative AI is something which is used to generate new data, not only predict data, right? You remember this. So how it is generating? Have you ever thought of this? So the brain is LLM, the one who is generating the data. Like I am the person, human being, I am doing things because I have brain. My brain gives signal, right? So that brain of generative AI is LLM, okay? Now what is LLM? LLM stands for large language model. So large means a huge data set on which it is trained. Language is your text, your verbal. What I am saying currently is my language, right? The text, the human text, which humans understand. Model is something like AI system which has been trained to predict language. So now you can understand like this model is a black box. Okay, so this is a black box, this is my model. So we will just insert some input and we'll get some output. So this is basically what LLM is. So it is used to generate human like response. For example, if I say I love eating, so what will my next word? What this model will predict? So it will see its own vocabulary, its own dictionary. Just assume that it has something, okay? In brain we have many neurons, you remember that, right? So just assume that this LLM has many mathematical formulas, many things going inside the hood. I will make sure that you will understand everything as we proceed towards this video. So for starting, just assume that we have many things, many processes through which this statement will goes undergoes, okay? So now this LLM does what? Based on probability, it will try to predict the next word which can come here so that our sentence is complete. So if I say I love eating, so what can be the possible next words? It can be either pizza, pasta, burger, anything. So think that it has its own data set because it's a machine after all. It's not a human, okay? So it will have some data set from where he will look into the words and just try to understand that which word best suits here. And this is being possible because of what? Because of probability distribution. So it will try to find out the probability. So now you'll think that where this LLM is used. So you can see it in daily life task, okay, right? For example, we have customer service, right? If you order something from Zomato and you have some grievances and you want to take help from their chatbot, so that is what? That customer service chatbot is a use case of LLM only for content creation. Like for chat gpt, if you see, you can talk to it. Like when we used to see Doraemon, it was a robot and Nobita used to talk to him. So similarly nowadays we are doing with chat gpt. So how it is creating the data, generating the data, with it is doing this with the help of LLM. So now you will ask me that okay, now I want to write code and build my own system, AI system. So I will use some LLM as you said to predict, to generate the content. So from where I'll use LLM? Where is LLM? So we'll understand when I'll create another video for the evolution of AI. So we have some LLM models which are already built, which are already trained by ChatGPT. We have GPT-4, we have Cloudy, we have Gemini. So we just only have to go to Hugging Face, create our own profile, and take that API key from where we can access these LLMs. Because these LLMs are heavy, so they are stored on their servers. So we can connect them via APIs. Okay. So now if this is clear, so this was overview. So now let's deep dive into it and understand that how does an LLM work. So first of all, user will give some prompt. So now when user gives some prompt, it will give in its own language. Like I am saying, hello, how are you? But computer does understand our language, is it? No, definitely no. Why we have studied machine learning, compiler, everything in engineering? Because computer only understands numbers, right? So if it only understands number, we have to do something for our human language to make it understand by the computer. So first of all, what we do when we have a statement, like we have the sentence, I love eating. So we'll try to break this sentence into characters, into words. So here in this like this Gen AI concept, whatever the language we study, like we have some specific annotations like in Spring Boot. So here also we have something to call this character, this word. So this is known as tokens. So I am dividing this tokens, right? I am dividing this sentence into tokens. So I am doing what? I am doing chunking. So here is what chunking comes. So it is a whole concept. I'll make sure that you understand in further videos. So after I give this sentence, what first of all be the step? Divide this sentence into tokens. When we will have tokens, this process is known as tokenization. So we have some tokens. Now we have to assign these tokens some mathematical numbers, assigning some numbers. So this is embedding. So there are two type of embeddings: vector embeddings, position embeddings. So vector embeddings is like you are giving tokens some numbers based on some vocabulary or dictionary it has inside. So we are just assigning, like I have given like A for 97, suppose I have given this. But position encoding is if I give that a car is different from the car. So I am making sure that my conceptual meaning is conserved, okay? Is not wasted. It is what it is preserved, right? So I am making sure that positions also matter. Position makes sure that tokens ordering is aligned with the sentence meaning. So tokenization, embedding, position encoding is done when we have matrices created where we have understood the tokens and we have the relevant matrix to that tokens where we have numbers. And these matrices are my embeddings, which also have one additional matrix for their position ordering. So after that, it goes into a transformer stack. And one thing which is very important is to know that LLM architecture is based on transformers architecture. So it is basically work on transformer concept. So this is the transformer. Because of this transformer, only LLM is doing what we wanted. Because these steps can anyone do, but these steps are the important which make it smart. Okay. So now what happens when we have our matrices ready? We have numbers and we have everything. Then don't you think that we have created this matrix based on tokens? But we have one sentence. So we should allow these matrices to communicate with each other in order to adjust their meanings with the sentence so that this sentence meaning is what it is improved. So for this we have attention mechanism, and in transformers we use multi-head attention, not single attention, because we want that overall contextual understanding should be maintained. So we allow tokens to talk to each other to adjust their meanings based on surrounding words, okay, like cat, kitten, like this, okay. So when this multi-head attention is done, our model is like 80% built. Now what we are doing, that we are passing a sentence, right? But we want a paragraph. We don't only want one token. So here I pass this, I love eating. So my model will give me answer, suppose pizza. Now I want further more paragraph, further more content to be generated. So this feed forward network is used. So what we do when we get some output, we again put this output into our model as input. So now our input will be I love eating pizza. So it will try to predict next word, next token, what should come after pizza. Then suppose I said it, then I have said it. Okay, so I have said I love eating pizza, it. Then whole this is feed again. Then it will predict like it has. Then again. So this is what this is feed forward. So just to wrap it up, I'll just tell you that after this attention layer gathers content, okay, these layers process that information to identify the next complex pattern and facts, okay, to get the next token, okay. So we have this feed forward network, then we process the output like token generation, then we have that token, we generate text, and then the post processing happens. So it was overview of LLM. Now, if someone asks me what is a token, so remember, token is a word, part of word, symbol, anything, which I have broken some sentence into characters. So, like he is smart. So, I have divided the sentence into he is smart. So, my tokens will be he is smart. So, these are different tokens. So, every model uses different strategies to calculate its token. Okay, so tokens are not fixed. Someone will break with question mark, with colon, with full stop. So you can see that every has their own system. So in short, if I ask what is the core idea of LLM, so you should know that based on probability, it predicts the next token. Okay. For example, artificial intelligence is, it will predict powerful, growing, changing, which is the best suited part. So whatever is the best suited answer, it will give me that answer. Okay, so this is LLM. So LLM architecture was transformers model. I told you that its architecture is based on what? Transformer. So if anyone asks you LLM architecture, you have to tell transformers model. You have to make sure that you explain everything, your tokenizer step, your embedding step, your retention step, feed forward, output layer. So this is how it actually works from a research paper. So I think everything is clear if you see this diagram. Now it is not difficult to understand. We have inputs, we have divided into tokens, we have provided them some numberings, we have converted it, right? We have embeddings, we have added positions in order to enhance the matrix, multi-head attention, allowed them to talk and uh, understand the overall meaning. Then we have feed forward layer, okay, and then after that we again go to multi-head, and then we have these feed forward, this attention layers. One thing is softmax. This is not, I have explained, this can make you think what is softmax. So softmax is nothing, it is a like some variable or some value that scales the probability. What I have told you in starting, that LLM works on probability, right? So we should have something, some value to control or scale the probability distribution of next token, right? So that is what, that is softmax. So softmax and temperature are these two words. If you go into Google Gemini, you can see there is some temperature in settings. You can change that temperature. That temperature is used to set softmax, to give probability distribution for all possible next word. So if you decrease that temperature, make it around 0, then it will be deterministic, it will give you factual answers. But if you want some creative answers, right, you have to increase the value of softmax. So in Google Gemini, you can see temperature. So you can try, do experiment. You can increase the value of temperature. So your softmax is increased. So probability distribution, it becomes creative. Okay. Attention layer is clear. I think I have made you understand. I've explained you very well. So you have to understand the whole meaning. And this is one example that the animal was tired because it ran all day. Now, how computer can understand that where this it comes from? It is referring to whom? It is animal. How it is getting to know? It is getting to know without. If there is no attention layer, it is not getting. It is not getting understand. Okay, so it is knowing that it is animal because of this attention layer, and these embeddings are converted into vectors. These are basically providing numbers, assigning numbers. Now the question is how an LLM is trained. LLM was a data set, right? I've already told you that it was a pre in LLM. L was large. Large was a data set. I told you above, right? I told you that it is pre-trained data set. So just connect the dots. So LLM, L is large. So it is pre-trained. So now the question is how it is getting trained. So phase one is pre-training. So it is getting understandings, it is learning patterns, grammars, facts from the data set. So now my LLM is created. Now I want to do some improvements. So I'm retraining it. And retraining it again and again is costly. So that is your fine tuning step. Next phase, which is used for like changing models, tone, behavior. So if you want to adjust some style, tone, or complex like structural constraints, so for that you use fine tuning. So basically fine tuning is equal to what? Retraining of LLM. Okay. So now I think you all have understood that why ChatGPT appears very smart, because it combines everything we have studied above, like huge training data, then it recognizes pattern, context, and then human style responses, so it gives us response. So if this LLM is so intelligent, then does it have any limitation or drawback? Is it that it has any drawback? We have every time listened, we have every time heard that every coin has some, every situation, every coin has two faces, right? So if it has pros, it will definitely have some limitations. So limitations of LLM is what? Hallucinations, which is that it, hallucinations means that it is giving you response and you think that response is correct because they have sounded very confident, but actually it is wrong. It is factually wrong. So that is hallucinations. So wrong output may be there. So it can give you wrong answers. It may be outdated. Like previously Pluto was included. Now it is not included. So it hasn't changed the data set. Data can be biased, right? So there are many limitations. So how we will overcome these limitations? Because of that only we have some syllabus. So we have prompt engineering, RAG, fine tuning, guardrails, structured JSON outputs to improve this LLMs. We will understand everything these in further videos. So, in a nutshell, I will only say that LLMs are evolving into AI agents that can use tools, browse web, write code, automate tasks. This is an agentic AI system which is using LLMs and tools in order to generate content. So just think that LLM is brain, but brain can only give you answer, but you have your body, you have your hands to use, your mouth to use that processing which your brain has done to deliver it into the outside world. So for that we have AI agents. Okay, so I hope that this is clear. This is whole LLM concept. I know this video is little bit long because LLM is a huge topic. If it is clear, then you will very quickly understand everything further. And it is very easy. You can see this video again, just read these notes. This is sufficient, and I can make sure that if you are appearing in any interview, then any question around this LLM will be in this video if you have understood everything very clearly. Okay, so thank you for watching this video. If you like this content, make sure you like, subscribe, and share, and meet me in my next video.